Now I'm a preacher, all right. So you're gonna have to start asking her some of these questions. Um, I finished uh, a series of sermons, in fact, 3 months worth of preaching on the meaning of marriage and the decline of marriage. And now I'm dealing, uh, started last Sunday, dealing with singles. You know, the reality is half of our congregations are made up of single folk. Half of the adult population uh, in America is single people.
Wow.
And the church is somewhat at fault in not addressing this demographic, you know, within our congregation. And so during the marriage series, I said to the church, and it is something that has been the core of our own lives and our own marriage, that the core of marriage is a promise. It's a vow. The core is a promise. We make that promise on a day when everything, for the most part, is perfect. You know, she's in a dress, he's in his tux.
Right.
She will never look better than she will as she looks on that day. And the same for him. Family and friends are all there. And we make a promise. And the promise that we make is I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to cherish you in sickness. Time you make the promise, both of you are well. I'm going to love you. I'm going to be with you. I vow to stay with you in sickness and in health, in poverty and in wealth, leaving all others for you until death shall part us. Now, we make that promise when everything is okay.
Everything's going good.
And all of a sudden, life starts happening.
Yes.
And now it's I promise until somebody else come around the corner with a little more money, with much better health. And so at the very core of marriage, for me, and my understanding of the Bible, is the vow, is the promise. And what happens is life happens and people forget that promise.
Covenant.
They forget.
And we make it when
Everything's going well.
everything's perfect.
It's so true. So true.
And then life starts happening.
Right.
And we forget that promise that we made. Then all of a sudden, no, that's my money.
Right.
That's my car. That's my house. That's my job.
Right.
And we were not thinking of any of that
Right.
on the
The
day
day of.
we made that promise.
That's right.
And so people always need to be reminded of the vow. And we made that vow and that promise for family and friends and God.
Most importantly, God.
And so, because at the end of it, we said, so help me
So
God.
help me, God.
So
That is so good.
so for us, and listen, 51 years has not been with its challenges. It has not been without its ups and its downs, its trust and its mistrust and its distrust. But we kept the promise. We kept the vow.